Okay, so I saw something on Twitter, and it was basically like, it was basically said that if I can't call you my boyfriend if you have a female best friend. I have an issue with that because I think that's really corny. Like, I've all right. Let me just get to the point because I'm sitting here trying to think of how to put it the nice way. I think that's bullshit. Um, you should not be able to dictate who your significant other has in their life. You understand? Especially if it's someone who's been around way before you. Like, I have a male best friend. We've been friends for years, but he's my male best friend. If he ever opened his mouth and said some shit like, oh, my girl says we can't be friends anymore, I would look at him crazy and slap the shit out of him. Who are you to dictate who can be in your significant other's life? You're not married. You're not engaged. You're just boyfriend and girlfriend. It's just a title. You understand? This person has been around in your significant other's life for years. They have been a support system for your significant other for years. So, who are you to tell your significant other, oh, you can't have a female or male best friend? Did you ever think about this? If they really wanted that person, don't you think they would have been together instead of you? Didn't think about that, correct? Another thing that kills me about stuff like this is when you get in a relationship, you're not supposed to lose yourself. And I feel like that's the problem with relationships now, and that's why they don't succeed, because people forget about who they were before they even entered the relationship. Like, people make it seem like, oh, it's all about my boyfriend, all about my girlfriend. No, it's not. You're still supposed to be yourself. You're still supposed to do the same things that you were doing, like hobby wise and stuff like that. You know, that you were doing when you weren't in a relationship. Still hang out with your friends like you were when you weren't. You understand? It baffles me when I see stuff like that because it just shows insecurity. And I feel like if you're gonna be that insecure about the people in your significant other's life, then you have some things that you need to work out yourself. Some things that you should have worked out before you even consider getting into a relationship. Because that's just absurd. What you want it to be? You want it to be all about you? That's not a healthy relationship at all. That's not healthy. Let's be real. You can be best friends with your lover, with your partner, but don't forget about the people that was there before your partner even came into the picture. So I just feel like if you're intimidated or you feel threatened by your significant other's best friend or whomever, well, I'm speaking to best friends. If you feel that way and you feel threatened, then you need to work something out with yourself. Or you need to realize that maybe you just don't trust your significant other because let's be honest here, if you were secure in your role as someone's significant other and you knew that shit was sweet and you don't have to worry about nothing, you wouldn't be worried about them. You wouldn't be saying, "Oh, my boyfriend can't have a can't have a best friend." I just think that's really corny. I mean, I see where people get it. Like, all right, I understand both sides of the coin, but I think it's really corny. I feel like if you can't trust someone, you shouldn't be in a relationship. Simple as that. And then here comes the, oh, well, it's not my significant other that I don't trust, it's the other people. Listen, your significant other, just like you in everyday life, is going to come across plenty of people every single day. Whether they're a stranger, a associate, a family member, a friend, they're going to come in contact with someone else, with other people. There's going to be other people they find attractive or who find them attractive. So it's just like you have to deal with it. That's a reality, but you have to be able to trust your partner that your partner isn't going to do nothing shady, you understand? And just setting the pretense of, oh, especially if you're not in a relationship and you like, I see people posting like, oh, my boyfriend can't have a female best friend, and you shouldn't be in a relationship, because there are such things as platonic friendships, even though a lot of people don't want to agree to that. But I mean, I'm not gonna tell. I'm single. I don't have a boyfriend, but I would never tell my boyfriend to get rid of his fucking female best friend of 10 years because she's another female. No, like, I would never do that. You should be able to respect the friend. You should be able to respect the friendships and relationships of your partner. I'm sorry, I'm just getting like all these retweets on Twitter. But you should respect the relationships that your partner had before you even came into the picture. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be respectful of each other's space, relationships, time, everything. You understand? And with that, saying that they can't have a female best friend, or a best friend of the opposite sex, rather, that's very selfish. I wouldn't want to be with someone like that. That's very controlling and selfish and insecure. So you got to work some things out. And if you people could disagree with me if they like, but honestly, that's just my take on it. I feel like it's insecurity, and you should be working on yourself rather than working on being fucking life patrol for your significant other. But hey, that's just me. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut this real short. I didn't want this to be a really long video, and you guys to stay tuned for the next one. Peace out. Peace and blessings.